to make quilled white daisies and ladybirds. At the end of the video, I am going to have a giveaway for this blue card, so stick around to the end of the video to find out how you can win. We are making this white daisies and ladybirds card. So you can see this one you could put in a frame and it's on a green background. And I'm going to redo this, but it's going to be on a blue background and it's going to be a card, so you can gift it to someone. The tools that I'm going to be using: scissors, quilling tool, 2 sets of tweezers. These ones are my favourite for picking things up because they've got a pointed end. And these ones are just the best because they are backwards tweezers. When the glue's drying, you can hold it in place with the backwards tweezers and be getting on to the next thing. What we're going to need is we're going to need something to work on, so need a piece of paper or something that's going to have the design glued to it. And we need our quilling paper. So you can see here we've got 6 colours: the white petals, the yellow inside of the daisy, 2 shades of green, the red for the ladybirds and the black for the ladybirds. I've got 2 big daisies and 1 small one, so the bigger petals on the big daisies, they're each 1 length of quilling paper, so I'm going to need to get 12 of these. So what we're going to do is we're going to put it inside the quilling tool and we're going to roll the whole thing. We're just going to let it go and slide it off. And we're going to do that 11 more times. So you can see with these all have the tail popping out, and what we want to do is we want to actually glue that down so that it's a closed loop. So even though I've still got quite a few to go, I like to get the gluing process underway so that they can start drying, so that then I can start shaping them. So I just put a tiny dab of glue on the end, and then I come over with my backwards tweezers and I just pinch that shut. Now I've got all of the 12 coils done. What we need to do is shape them into these teardrop shapes. And so the way we do that is, you can see where the join is, that's where we want the point to be, so it's hidden. So what we want to do is we want to push a couple of the coils to the bottom, and then we want to squeeze almost all of them like that, so we get a nice teardrop shape. So find the join, push these to the bottom and squeeze these like that. And again, we do this 12 times. And now we can shape these ones into the first flower, so we get 6 on each. Okay, so now we've got the 2 big flowers, we need to do the 1 small flower. So what I'm going to do is, instead of getting 12 pieces of paper, I'm going to get 6, and then I'm going to cut them in half, and that's what's going to make the petals smaller. So I meant to only have 3 pieces of paper and cut them in half to create 6 pieces. I forgot I was doing 2 flowers before. So anyway, so with the small ones, because they're little and we're going to shape them straight away, I put a dab of glue, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to shape it straight away. So as I'm shaping it, that's what's making the glue hold onto the piece. So it saves a little bit of extra time this way. So now we're going to do the leaves. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 leaves. So I'm going to use 6 bits of paper. I tend to do 2 at a time, but it's probably best to start with 1 at a time. I just do it again to save time. With the leaves, what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that the join where it comes here is going to be at the point, so it's going to be one of these points. And what we're going to do instead of a teardrop is first we're going to make the teardrop. So I'm going to put the square like that, and then I'm going to move it down a little bit and I'm going to squeeze on the other side. So pinched on 2 sides and their centers in the middle like that. And we're going to do that 6 times. You can see with these leaves, I've actually outlined them in the dark green. Glue this colour dark green here on the outsides. So it looks like this. Alright, so the next thing we want to do is these swirls here. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to get a length of each shade of green like this, and we're going to stick one on top of the other. So I'm going to cut it in half, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the shorter one, so in this case the dark green, is going to go on the underside here. So at the bottom they're going to line up, and at the top I'm going to put a tiny dab of glue. Hold that in place. I'll do that with this one as well. So this side here, where you can see both colours, is the wrong side, so I'm going to put that down. And I'm going to pop the light green into the quilling tool and start rolling. But I'm not going to go all the way to the edge, I'm going to leave a little tail. So it's about there. I'm just going to pull it off. And I'm going to let it go. I'm going to do the same with this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the bottom one so that you can see both colours. And then I'm going to glue that in place. So now that I've got this arrangement, next thing I'm going to do is the shells of the ladybirds. So for that I'm going to get 2 pieces of red and I'm going to cut it in half. So half will be these 2 and the other 2 will be that one. For the ladybirds, you can see here that they're a semicircle, so we're still going to pinch it on 2 sides. First things first, we've got the join up here and we're going to squeeze that bit down, and then we're going to keep it flat, squeeze like that, so it's flat on one side, like that. So I hope you enjoyed this how-to video on how to make white daisies and ladybirds, and I hope it inspires you to make your own. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I'm going to be giving away this blue card. So all you have to do to enter is be a subscriber to this channel and leave a comment on this video below. This giveaway will run for 3 days. So you've got from now, Friday, until Sunday, and I will announce the winner on Monday. See you then. Happy quilling!